Now, when you read Romans 8, start at verse 1. Read it.
Okay, this is the book of Romans, chapter 8, and verse
Mhm.
1. There is therefore now no condemnation to them which are in Christ Jesus, who walk not after the flesh, but after the Spirit.
Mhm.
For the law of the Spirit of life in Christ Jesus hath made me free from the law of sin and death. For what the law could not do, in that it was weak through the flesh, God sending his own Son in the likeness of sinful flesh, and for sin, condemned sin in the flesh, that the righteousness of the law might be fulfilled in us who walk not after the flesh, but after the Spirit.
So stop. So Christ came to show us how to overcome ourselves by getting our minds right, to pay attention to disciplining our minds according to the word of the Most High God, which is that Spirit, to do that and keep our bodies or our carnal desires in check. This is the whole point. So now
Mhm.
he came to show us that perfectly because he did it in the flesh, right? When you look at Hebrews, the fourth chapter, 14 and 15, it tells us that he walked and had all the temptations and weaknesses and things that we suffer as a people, but he yet committed himself to no sin. He did it in the flesh, so we have to understand it and do it in the flesh. Read on out. 5
This is
through 8.
Romans chapter 8, verse 5.
Mm-hmm.
For they that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh, but they that are after the Spirit, the things of the Spirit. For to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace. Because the carnal mind is enmity against God, for it is not subject to the law of God, neither indeed can
So, what
be.
is it telling you? The spiritual mind is subject to the law of the Most High God. And it's just not
Yes,
what you think Moses said,
yes,
it's everything from Genesis to Revelations. It's based on his ordinances, his will, his way, the way we operate. Now, he introduced and injected an example for us in Christ. So, we have to understand these things through the Messiah. That's the point. Because if you carnal minded, you're against the Most High because you're against his word. Right? That's it.
right.
Right? That's what verse 7 is saying. Read verse 8.
Romans 8 and 8.
Mhm.
So then, they that are in the flesh cannot please God.
So if you stay in the flesh, doing your own thing, your own way, even preaching and edifying, not going by the standard and understanding of the Most High, you are in the flesh because that's your thing. That's not His will. That's not His way. You're doing your
Excellent,
own damn thing. So with
excellent.
that said, bro, I'm gonna end my portion there. I'm gonna turn it over to you. You can close it out from there, bro.